Hello and welcome to Lees-McRae campus on this Friday afternoon for the first ever green and white scrimmage. My name is Patrick Smith and I'm the Director of Sports Information here at Lees-McRae. And I'll be your guide to your first look at the 2020 women's soccer team. Now you may be asking yourself, why are we down on the practice field, not on the gorgeous Tate Field? Well, the former natural grass surface that was a home for the Bobcats since its inception is currently being converted to an artificial turf field for the start of the 2021 season with the installation of the Field Turf's Vertex turf. Without further ado, let's set the stage for today's event with the announcement back in August to postpone all fall championships to the spring of 2021. Bobcat Nation had to see their first fall without any live action. However, thanks to the collective efforts of our fearless leader, Craig McPhail, as well as Travis Stanley, who is our visual media coordinator, we're proud to launch the green and white scrimmage, which we are just about ready to start here on the sidelines. So now to take you through each team before we get their action reel started. First with the white team, a sophomore from San Diego, California, number 4, Ashley Herndon. A junior from St. Augustine, Florida, number 7, Rachel Crum. A junior from Vero Beach, Florida, number 8, Lexi Todd. A freshman from Huntley, Illinois, number 13, Jen Porsche. A senior from Toms River, New Jersey, number 17, Katie Lysett. A freshman from Fleet, Hampshire, England, number 18, Hannah Davies. A junior from Hickory, North Carolina, number 18, Corby Bailey. A senior from Orlando, Florida, number 20, Kiara Montenegro. A sophomore from Winter Garden, Florida, number 23, Madison Sikowitz. A sophomore from Northeast Maryland, number 24, Leiden Stamler. A freshman from Raleigh, North Carolina, number 30, Olivia Horup. A freshman also from Raleigh, North Carolina, number 31, Avery Andrews. And now to take a quick glimpse at who will be wearing green this afternoon. A junior from Asheville, North Carolina, number 2, Paley Smith. A freshman from Nashville, North Carolina, number 3, Mallory Rofton. A freshman from Iron Station, North Carolina, number 5, Taylor Barano. A junior from Wake Forest, North Carolina, number 7, Rachel Crum. A senior from Westminster, Maryland, number 9, Lauren Paulson. A freshman from West Hills, California, number 10, Samantha Reeve. A senior from Oak Ridge, North Carolina, number 11, Tegan Dean. A sophomore from Boone, North Carolina, number 12, Lindsay Fletcher. A senior from Cornwall, New Jersey, number 14, Nicole Shapiro. A freshman from Clemens, North Carolina, number 16, Cameron Beelan. A freshman from Jacksonville, Florida, number 21, Tia Davenport. And final, a senior from Boone, North Carolina, number 29, Amanda Lubkomen. And finally, your goalies for today that will be changing sides periodically throughout the contest are a senior from Monroe, North Carolina, number 0, Hope Sanborn. Freshman from Pembroke Pines, Florida, number 1, Sophia Leonetti. And finally, a freshman from Hickory, North Carolina, number 00, Haley Disney. Now as we get the action started, we're a couple minutes in here on this first ever green and white scrimmage. Have some action in the foreground, the white team looking on the attack so far as we get my paper out. So I'm still trying to learn some of these names. We have a lot of new faces on this team, a couple key returners, but we had 12 newcomers who are just seeing their first action in the Lees-McRae green and white today. Now as we get started, the action is near center field. That is number 4, Ashley Herndon, controlling the midfield for the white team. Quick pass down the right sideline. So both these teams now, we split up the coaching staff. So Coach Callie Morrow will be coaching the white team, and Aaron Barcel will be coaching the green team. Some sibling rivalry hopefully will be in store this afternoon here on the practice fields. So as we got some quick back and forth action, we're going to run through a couple of our talking points we want to hit on today. So like we said, there's 12 newcomers on this team, but they also have a familiar face in net. Hope Sanborn, who was the, I believe, 3rd team all-conference last year, will be in net again this year. Oh, we got a quick shot on the far side. We're going to tell you about that. I believe, if I look at the number, I believe that's Ashley Herndon. Again, number 4 getting in on the action. Another freshman coming in. So, like I said, having 12 newcomers, it's a big freshman class coming in. It's got to get translated with these upperclassmen. That's why one of the reasons why we did this scrimmage was to provide an opportunity for these elder statesmen and these freshmen to kind of join together and you get that early team camaraderie before the season starts rather quickly. So, it looks like the ball's staying majority on the white attacking third. some back and forth play, some good action here early here at the soccer field. So some other things we wanted to touch on. One thing we talked about in the opening is Tate Field being converted to artificial playing surface. It'll be ready by the end of the year. So if you're just tuning in, the reason we're not up at Tate Field is it's currently a giant dirt pit similar to being turned into a field turf throughout the fall. We do have a live Tate camera feed. It's going to be linked down in the comments on this YouTube channel, as well as if you go to lmcbobcats.com, go to the multimedia tab, and simply click on Tate Field's construction link. You can watch every day and see what they're doing and check in on our crew that's up there, the field. So we had an early foul, so now it's going to be a first free kick for the team in white. Trying to see who that is on the far side. Like I said, still trying to learn all these new names. That's Avery Andrews, looks like number 31 on the far side. So first ball played in. Find a green head. It's going to be bounced back out. So White trying to regroup here. Hard to see some of these jersey numbers. That's number 19 collected that. That's Corby Bailey, a junior. Seeing her first time out here. So as Green looks to get back on the attacking end, that's number 11. That is Tegan Dean controlling the midfield for the Green team. And number 13 stepped in Jen Porsche, a freshman coming in to seal the deal. So let's see what happens with this White team. Sets up their offense here. They're controlling from the back, trying to get things set up around the midline. Oh, good look on the side. That's number 20. That's Kiara Montenegro getting an early run. She looks to cross in the center. And might have a shot attempt, but she holds back. It's going to be Montenegro again on the side. The quick early cross finds Beelan, but a wide open. It's going to be offsides. It looks like that was a tough call by the officials on the sideline there. She was right there, right in line with the defender. But I think the quick play. So as we have a stoppage in play, we're going to bring up some other things. One thing that was recently announced yesterday, this women's soccer team actually won the United Soccer Coaches Team Academic Award for their outstanding work in the classroom. So not only are they terrific on the field, they're also terrific in the books and in the classroom as they finish with a above 3.0 or higher GPA. So we get back to the action here. Green team settling in their defensive third. They're trying to get something set up here in this first green-white scrimmage. Now the thing is, we're trying to do these green-white scrimmages for the rest of the fall semester. So each Friday you can tune in live on our YouTube channel to watch a Bobcats team in action. The next one we have is our softball team, who's going to play a inter-squad scrimmage next Friday down at the softball field. So there's Kiera sending a nice through ball. It looks like it's going to be Herndon again, number 4. Saying her name a lot, but the ball keeps finding her feet. And there's Cameron Beelan, one of the newcomers here, stopping that. A great defensive play there to ward off that attacking presence. And we're going to get a quick out-of-bounds play. So some other things we wanted to mention here, one of the things we keep talking about is the Bobcat Club. If you're not currently a member of the Bobcat Club, all you have to do is simply go to lmcbobcats.com, click the support tab to become a member, and it helps enrich the student athlete experience and provide first-class facilities and financial support to your favorite Bobcats. So far, pretty even play back and forth. They're going to play 2 30-minute halves in this game, a kind of a semi sort of game, not the full 90 minutes we're used to. But we'll see. We'll see what happens in this first game. I'm really optimistic for this team coming in. Like I said, have some key returners coming back, but they have a lot of talent coming in that freshman class. So hopefully they'll be able to blend together through these couple practices and be able to have a good run at the Conference Carolinas this year. So we got about 20 minutes left. We don't have a scoreboard going right yet, but just to keep you guys aware, there's about 20 minutes left in this first half. I'll keep periodically letting you know how much time's left in this first half. But so far, so good. I'm liking the play that I'm seeing out here from this women's soccer team. It's going to be out of play, so we're going to go through a couple more things. One of the overarching storylines that we wanted to keep bringing up in this contest is the fact that Lindsey Bowden, who you may know is a junior on the women's soccer team, who typically see wearing the green and white on the sidelines, is still currently recovering from a serious accident last week. So we asked our community to keep Lindsey and her family in your thoughts and prayers. Together, let's stay Bowden strong. So as we return to action here, there's a nice play up front. That's going to be number 5 as I look back to my sheet here. Taylor Baranu one of the new freshmen coming in. So it's going to be some back and forth play on the front. The green team looking to have a quick little advantage. As we look at which goalie is in net for both teams, it looks like it is Hallie Disney in the net for the white team, and that looks like Sophia Leonetti in goal for the white team, or actually that's the green team rather, down here to our right. Okay, so the ball comes in. That's going to be, it's like number 8. That's Lexi Todd turning it over there. And the ball finds the feet of Mallory Roughton. And she's going to set the pace here. Tegan Dean getting it set up. Good through ball. That's going to be number 2. That's Paley Smith getting an early run. And a quick first shot saved by Disney in net for the white team. A good early shot for the green team. It looked like they were at the disadvantage at the start, getting some extra attention. So once again, if you're just joining us, this is our first green and white scrimmage of the fall. With everything getting pushed to the spring, we chose to decide to do some inter-squad scrimmages as a way to give you some Bobcat action in your fall on these Friday nights. So this is the first of 7. We have women's soccer, men's soccer, women's volleyball, and softball, who will all see inter-squad scrimmages throughout this fall. So make sure to tune into our YouTube channel. We'll publicize on our social media platforms, but every Friday you can tune in and watch a little action on your Friday afternoon. If you're leaving work or you need something to do on your Friday afternoon, it's a great way to sit back, relax, and watch some action from Lees-McRae College. So as we're going to get the ball played in, it looks like, oh, nice play there by Tegan Dean, getting it set up for number 2, Paley Smith. Smith with another shot. Oh, and that's going to be, looks like an own goal to start off this. Not the best way you want to start if you're a white defender, but a good cross in by Paley Smith, and it just happened to find the white defender who redirected it in the back of the net. So 1-0 score for the green team. So now we're going to get started back here in the center. It's going to be Kiera Montenegro starting the play. So like I said, a 1-0 score here on the quick own goal early on. Just a misplay by the defense, an awkward ball that came in. So now as we get going here, the ball is going to come back to Disney. It looks like we're going to have a initial foul. It's going to be a free kick. We're about 17 minutes left in this first frame. So it's going to be, it looks like an indirect kick right inside the box. Oh, nice play there. Almost had it. Tia Davenport almost had it set up. So it looks like we're going to have some conversation here. It looks like they didn't start as quick as they wanted to. A nice play there on the indirect kick to have a player run through, kick the ball quick, and then kick it in. That's a good little trick that they have for this green team. So it's going to be set up again. It's going to be 21, Tia Davenport, who's going to start again on the side. So let's see what they have on this one. As the green team looks to set up, Coach Aaron Barcel in there directing her team, in the white team. The coaches are acting as officials today, just to keep with the COVID guidelines, to keep the team kind of in a quote-unquote bubble on the field, is why we're limiting the amount of officials out there today. So it's going to be a quick kick. It looks like 20 is going to kick it back to Smith. Good shot. Oh, right off the crossbar. Nice save in there. That's Disney. Hallie Disney looks like in net, just tipping it right away. She's got some size, a 5'10 freshman in goal for the Bobcats. We'll see what happens with her. She's getting some early start here as Hope starts off on the sidelines, giving her underclassmen some quick looks. So that's going to be number 9. It's going to be Lauren Paulson getting set up for the first corner of today's game. For those of you just joining, it is 1-0 the score on an errant ball that was kicked in by a white member. It's going to be a cross going to come in. And 5 had a touch on it. That's Taylor Barron, who had a look, could not control it, but Green's going to maintain possession after and a quick turnover there. Now we got looks like some offensive attack here. Stopped again. That's Tegan Dean, the senior midfielder from Oak Ridge, playing well in that midfield and controlling her team. Like we said, the team is split up here, so this is Bobcat v. Bobcat here on this Friday afternoon. So as long as there's a stoppage in play, we're going to run through some other things going on. First of all, if you guys weren't aware, last Friday was the first annual 5K to honor the college's 120th anniversary. So we wanted to send a quick thank you on our airways to everyone that happened to walk, skip, jump, run, whatever you wanted to do last Saturday. But we thank you for taking part in the 5K. As the action comes back on here, there's going to be a scrum right in the middle. Looks like, trying to read her number, that's number 30. Olivia Horup stopping that attack there at the defensive end, as White's going to look to try to play it back. So a quick update on the time, just for those of you watching at home. We're about halfway through the first half of this contest. Some back and forth play, both teams showing why they are one team, playing equal on both ends. With some good run by the White team. That's number 20. That's Kiara, rather. And a good ball through. Looks like it's going to go out of play. Almost a missed play there by Lindsay Fletcher. Thought it was going to go out, but it's going to stay in White. That's going to be number 25, Sam Smith, getting ready to throw it in for the White team. Good pass in. That's Cameron Beelan again on the defensive, stopping all attacks by the White team today, playing well in that back third. And it's going to go out of play. It looks like it's going to be green ball. That was a nice play by number 21. That's Tia Davenport, playing well. And it looks like we got a couple subs coming in for the green team. That's going to be number 10, Samantha Reeve, checking into the game. And they're waiting to see, once the penny comes off, what the other number that came in was. It's like she's waiting to see the number of the new person that came in. Looks like she's keeping her penny on, so we'll get the name in a couple minutes. So as we get back to playing here, it's going to be number 14, Nicole Shapiro, on the defensive end, throwing it in. It's going to go out of play. So it's going to be another throw in here for the green team, looking to get something going on here. They had a nice, they actually lead 1-0, but it was a ball that would have went over the net if it wasn't deflected by a White defender. I believe that's number 7, Rachel Crum, entered the game. As I look at it, looks like I can see the 7 through the penny a little bit. Okay, so the White team stopping that attack as they're going to set it up going into the foreground. For those of you who are watching this, you're watching the Lees-McRae YouTube channel here. You can find anything you want to know about Lees-McRae Bobcats. Just go lmcbobcats.com. You can find anything you want to know about your favorite Bobcats. Looks like Hope Sanborn in the near ground is looking to come in here in the next couple minutes. See your first action of this afternoon. Like we said in the opening, there's 3 goalies on this team, so to give them all equal time, we're going to be rotating in and out. So let's do my best to tell you who's going in as soon as they step onto the pitch. So far, so good. Still 1-0 score. We're about just over halfway in this first half of action. We have another 30-minute period coming up after this, and that'll be it for the first green and white scrimmage. So it looks like Nicole Shapiro getting the attack now. We'll take a... It's going to be 25 settling up with it. Another play in the middle, and that's going to have to choose Leonetti to come out of her goal and make a play on that ball. So some other things we wanted to plug here while we have some time, while they're getting things set up. Conference Carolinas, which is the home of Lees-McRae Bobcats, want to plug them real quick. ConferenceCarolinas.com. You can go and see everything going on with our conference, all the news and updates. Just check out ConferenceCarolinas.com. And the other thing we wanted to plug is our podcast. If you haven't tuned in yet and you're looking for a new podcast to start binging, go to Lees-McRae Inside the Den podcast, where Director of Cycling Tim Hall sits down with staff members and student athletes for the sole purpose of keeping the Bobcat fans in the know. You can find Inside the Bobcats on our website, lmcbobcats.com, or on SoundCloud. Just search Lees-McRae Athletics. So as we get back to the action here, it's Nicole Shapiro settling up here. Looks like number 9, Lauren Paulson's going to get a touch. Saying it to Paley Smith. Actually, it looks like Paulson's in the foreground. No, it is Paulson on the far side, number 9. A couple of numbers sort of look identical from our vantage point over here on the far bank watching this game. For those of you who are just tuning in, if you have not seen yet or curious why we're down on the practice field, Tate Field, which has been the natural grass home for the Bobcats since its inception, is currently being transformed into a artificial turf field for the spring 2021 season. So if you want to watch the live stream, all you have to go as a quick shot there as Kieran Montenegro goes off. If you're curious and want to watch the live tape on that and watch the live stream, simply go to Lees-McRae.Bobcats.com and go to the multimedia tab to watch. So as going to be Hope Sanborn entering the game for the first time here, replacing Sophia Leonetti in goal for the green team. So as we talked about a few minutes ago, Hope Sanborn, which is a senior captain on this team, is one of the leaders on this squad who took over the reins in net last year and really made it her own as she claimed third team all conference in net for the Bobcats. So as the play continues, it's going to be Tegan Dean setting up in the middle, passing it to Paley Smith on the side. Some good run down the side. It looks like Lauren Paulson crosses it back in. And a nice save in there. That's Hallie Disney. Great job grabbing that, using her frame to get her hands up there to grab that. And it was going to be a good run here. Cameron playing well, sends it back to. That's going to be Sanborn collecting it back there. It was dangerous there. That was number 4, Ashley Herndon. Applying the pressure from the offensive end. And it's going to be Green turning it over in the near field. So let's do a quick time update. Have about 8.5 minutes left to play in this first half. Some equal play back and forth, a 1-0 score thanks to an own goal in the early minutes. As Green's looking to settle up, that's number 7, that's Rachel Crum settling it back to number 10, Samantha Reeve. As the ball goes through, it's going to be a quick look at Green trying to get a run in. But a good defensive stop there. I believe that's number 8, Lexi Todd, stopping that before it even got started. Oh, that's going to be a misplay right here on the near side. It's going to turn over and be Green ball. Green looking to apply the pressure here right before halftime, trying to extend this lead to 2-0 to go into the break. There's Crum passing. That's going to be Samantha Reeve. Settling it up. Oh, nice ball through. That's number 12. That's Lindsay Fletcher. Had a good run in it, and she's sent it right off the defender. That's number 19, Corby Bailey. Is going to go out of play. A Green ball. So as Green looks to set up here, had a lot of pressure down at this end. A couple nice shots by Paley Smith. Almost adding to the lead, almost a couple goal lead off hers, but a great defensive performance by Disney in net has stopped that. And Crum looking to get a first touch. Good ball back out. That's number 14. That's Nicole Shapiro. A quick turnover, and White's out and running. So if you guys are tuning in, one thing we also wanted to mention is this women's soccer team, yesterday it was announced, claimed the United Soccer Coaches Team Academic Award for their outstanding work in the classroom. So they're not only terrific on the field, but they're also terrific in the classroom. Just wanted to quickly plug that because given the fact that these are student athletes, students being listed first. So these are outstanding student athletes who happen to play sports here at Lees-McRae. It's going to be a quick opposition in the corner. So looks like it's going to be out of play. I'm still trying to figure out whose ball it is. About 6 minutes left to play in the first half. So we still got a couple minutes before the halftime whistle. We're going to do a quick modified halftime here. And Vice President for Athletics and Club Sports, Craig McPhail, is going to get on the mic and talk to you a little bit about Lindsay Bowden. We mentioned her a few minutes ago with her accident a couple weeks ago. and her recovery. So we want to touch on that a little bit, and about Tate Field. The home for the Bobcats is being transformed into an artificial turf, and he's going to talk to you a little bit about what that means for Lees-McRae and what it means for us going forward. So it looks like a couple subs heading back, and that's Mallory Roughton and number 21, Tia Davenport, returning. Lindsay Fletcher takes a break on the sideline. Looks like Rachel Crum's going to sit down as well. So it looks like Green's going to set up on the sideline, get their sideline out of bounce play if you're a basketball fan. Setting up on the side here. So Green has a couple chances early, and then the one shot that looked like it probably would have went over happened to be redirected into the goal for a 1-0 score. So Ashley Herndon collects the ball at midfield, looking to set up for the white team. She's got a runner on the side. That's number 25. That's Sam Smith. A nice run. See if she can collect it. Nicole Shapiro chases it down. Makes a nice move around the defender, showing why she is a returner and upperclassman, showing her dominance on the defensive end. Good play there by Shapiro. That's going to be number 30. That's Olivia Horyup. Turning the ball over, that's going to be Cameron Beelan collecting it in the back. Sending it up for Smith. Sends a nice through ball. It might be just a bit too far as Disney comes up and collects it. Ricochets off. That's going to be number 21, Tia Davenport, with a quick shot. Oh, just wide. Good looking shot there by Tia Davenport. Just a little bit off target there. We're going to make a couple player changes out here. About 4 minutes left to go in this first half. Some good action here in our first ever green and white scrimmage. So as long as we have a break while they're setting that up, like we mentioned a few minutes ago, Lindsay Bowden, who's typically wearing Lees-McRae colors, currently recovering in a serious accident. So we ask our community, if you can, keep Lindsay and her family in your thoughts and prayers as we together stay Bowden strong. So White's going to collect the ball at the back. That's going to be number 13. That's Jen Porsche, getting things set up for the white side. Looking to tie this score before we head into the halftime break. It's going to be a nice pass across. It's going to be number 8. That's Lexi Todd with a nice move and a good shot by Cameron right there, tipping it out. That was a good-looking pace there from the attacker. That was Lexi Todd, a junior midfielder from Vero Beach, Florida, with a nice move there to get around the defender and cause that first corner kick for the white team. So it looks like it's going to be Kiara Montenegro setting up on the side. Let's see what's going to happen on this first kick. Good-looking kick right at goal, and Hope stands up tall and makes a nice play. Hope showing the reason why she was named to that all-conference team last year, making a great diving play on the ball with a first stop. Some terrific action by these goalkeepers. It's going to be a challenge to see who's going to take the net for the Bobcats moving forward. You got a senior who's coming in with the accolades, and you got a freshman that's showing her promise in the other net. So we'll see what happens. Maybe some friendly competition in early camp. So as you all are aware, with the announcement in mid-August, all of our fall championships have been moved to the spring. So that's the reason why we're doing these green and white scrimmages, as a way to bring you live action on our network and to keep you all in the know and get you a first glimpse at some of our teams that will be playing during that fall semester, or spring semester rather, especially with this women's soccer team. And it's going to be Green getting set up. We got to look at the time because the clock has been ticking for a couple minutes now. About 1:50 left in this first frame. Still a 1-0 score here on the Lees-McRae YouTube channel. That's going to be a ball through. It's going to end up in the goalie's feet. That was a nice looking through ball that just could not find a foot to get through there. So just going to do one more plug here. If you're not currently a member of the Bobcat Club, simply go to lmcbobcats.com, click the support tab, become a member to help enrich the student-athlete experience and to provide first-class facilities and financial support for the Bobcat teams. So as we wrap up this first half, some great pace with both teams getting some good looks at goal, with the only goal so far being a goal in, I believe it was the 22nd or 23rd minute of this first half. still pretty early on. So as we tick down here, we got about 50 seconds left in this first half. Like I said, stay tuned through this halftime. Craig McPhail, you may know him as the Vice President for Athletics and Club Sports. We know him as our fearless leader. We'll take the mic and talk to you for a few minutes while we have some downtime before the start of the second half and back to the Bobcat coverage. So it looks like a good play here. Green team looking to get one more goal in before halftime. That's Paulson down the right sideline. Good pass across goal. Goes right off the foot. It looked like Smith had a quick touch on that went off. It's going to be White. And a quick shot right there. Goes just off. So we're ticking down now. As got about 15 seconds left. We might have a few seconds. Coach Callie Morrill has the other clock on the sideline. She is the final whistle at halftime, so we might do some extra minutes here, some stoppage time before the end. And that looks like that's it, right on cue. So the first half is in the books, folks. A 1-0 score here. It was an own goal that was played in. It just happened to be redirected in there, and Craig McPhail is making his way over. So we'll do a quick little break here before Craig gets on the mic and we start talking to him, and he runs you through a couple things that are on his mind. So we'll take a quick break. First one I'm going to ask about Tate, what it means for, and the second one's going to be. Okay, so we're back here live at halftime on the sidelines here. We have Craig McPhail, who is the Vice President for Athletics and Club Sports here. We're going to have him talk about a couple different topics. The first one, Craig, if you want to mention a little bit about Tate Field. We mentioned it a couple times in the first half, but what does it mean to switch over to that artificial turf from the natural grass turf field that we had before?
I think for a lot of people, it's been a long time coming. We've talked about this for a while. And now that we're able to do this, I'm excited about it. And I think there's so many great opportunities that are going to come out of this. Obviously, we're going to use it as a competition site for men's and women's soccer, men's and women's lacrosse. But now we can practice on it. And with the lights, it's going to give us a lot of opportunities to not necessarily miss class, but not have to rush so quickly afterwards because of all the other things that we've got going on. I'm excited to see what it's going to do. It's going to turn out great. We already have seen the best backdrop in college athletics. With this field, imagine what we're going to do with Tate Field.
Thank you for that. So now the other thing I wanted to touch on a little bit is Lindsey Bowden. We've brought it up a couple times with the whole Bowden Strong campaign and what is going on with her. So tell us a little more about that and what it means to be Bowden Strong.
Well, I think Lindsay is, as those who know her, is a beautiful, vibrant, carefree, loving young woman, and to see her suffer through these injuries, but also at the same time fight, has been something that has rallied us all. I think that Lees-McRae Athletics creates a sense of family. We talked about that in the recruiting process, and what we've seen over the last 10 days has been nothing short of that. A community and a campus that have kind of come together and prayed with each other and held each other and kept each other in our thoughts throughout the way, and we just continue to be Bowden strong, which is basically living life to its fullest each and every day and carrying out ourselves in a manner that God would want us to.
Okay, so the last thing I wanted to touch on a little bit is the Bobcat Club. We keep bringing this up a little bit in the first half, how you can donate, what it means to be a member of the Bobcat Club, and how it enriches our student-athlete experience. So if you could touch on that a little bit.
Yeah, every gift that's sent for the Bobcat Club, we use that to enhance the student-athlete experience. We just try and give them special opportunities, and we use those in a variety of ways. We do everything from t-shirt promotions for games. We help out with some meals on the road. Sometimes we've even had to get a charter bus here or there. We try and find ways to make each facility a little bit better. Each team gets a little something out of this. We've been able to upgrade a lot of different areas. A lot of the web streaming cameras that we've done and used in the computers have been a byproduct of the Bobcat Club. We want to continue to find ways. We've done some scoreboards, the whirlpool. We've done some banners. We've done some fencing. We're looking at trying to continue to increase each team's space, but also allow it to use it for retention and recruiting opportunities as well. So the Bobcat Club is used in a multitude of ways. It's a wonderful way to give back to Lees-McRae or give to Lees-McRae in a way that our student athletes experience continues to be modeled in the way that we want, used by our coaches as an opportunity to elevate and enhance the experience, but also give our student athletes just a well-rounded experience while they're here at Lees-McRae.
Okay, thank you so much. Like I said, that was Craig McPhail, that's our Vice President for Athletics and Club Sports, and what we like to call our fearless leader here in Lees-McRae Athletics. So we'll take a quick break again. We'll save my voice for the second half as we bring you back to coverage of this first green and white scrimmage in a few minutes. Okay, so we are back live on the sidelines here. A couple of the comments that we happen to notice during the halftime break is Tegan Dean. I want to make sure I say that right, so I apologize for saying her name wrong in the first half. Like I said, I'm still trying to learn some of these names. I'm rather new to this program and to learning some of these names. I'll make sure they're right by the time season starts. So as we get back going here, like I said, it is 1-0 score. It was an unfortunate bounce off a defender that proved to be the difference in that first half. Some even play back and forth for both squads. Green team having a couple more chances than the white team in that first half. And it looks like Sophia Leonetti is back in net for the white team. And Hope Sanborn is going to return as the Greens goalie. So like we said, this is the first of the green and white scrimmages on Lees-McRae campus. So far, so good for the first look at the women's soccer program. So as we give a thumbs up, the ball is going out to the center. It looks like Coach Callie Morrill is going to get things started here in the second half as we get ready to cue the time up. Another 30 minutes left in this first green and white scrimmage. Tune in next Friday for the second green and white scrimmage. That's going to be softball taking the field in a inter-squad doubleheader starting at 4 p.m. next Friday. You can find the live link on our website and also go right to the YouTube channel to start. So as we get ready for the first whistle of this second half, we're going to get back to action here. And there we go. So the second half is underway here on the practice field. For those of you who are just tuning in, the reason why we're not on the gorgeous Tate Field, as Craig McPhail mentioned in the halftime show, was the fact that that is being transformed into an artificial turf playing surface for the spring 2021 season. So that is currently under construction right now. So that's why we moved down to our practice fields that you see from time to time on the digital network. So it's going to be a play in the backfield. It's going to be Leonetti. It looks like it's going to be a first corner misplay back by the green team. As it looks like number 2, that's going to be Paley Smith, getting ready to cross it in. So let's see her first touch here. This is going to be a cross looking at that back post. Smith's going to set up on the side. Be a cross in. It looked like it touched the back of a defender. Not quite sure the number of it inside there, but the ball's going to be played out, and White's going to clear it out. A timely play by the defender back there, just clearing it out in the nick of time to save what would have been a 2-0 score, as green team taking the early advantage. So it looks like that's going to be number 18. That's Hannah Davies setting up there. Is calling for the ball back in the center circle. Is it up? That's 31. That's Avery Andrews. Back to Davies, who's going to take a touch. Good defense there. A nice tackle. Looks like that is number 9. That's Lauren Paulson. A great stop there. Keep the ball in front. This is a very good defensive team for the looks of it so far. A couple players really standing out in that first half. As now Green's looking to take it on the offensive. That looks like that's number 21, Tia Davenport, who had a good-looking shot right before half. It just went a little off, and she chips it up, and that's going to go right in the hands of the goaltender. So White's going to look to play it out quick. They have a little bit of an advantage. They got a couple numbers here trying to get set up. And that's going to be Montenegro taking at the center line. It's going to be a nice ball up, but it's going to be Shapiro playing that outside back perfectly. Tips it away. And that's going to be Montenegro again, starting with the ball at the center line, trying to get things set up. And it looks like Montenegro settling the ball, trying to get her troops in line. It was up to Shapiro, knocks it down, and looking to play it out. Back and forth play. Nearing the center line, not really getting any sort of advantage. White collects the ball again, looking to get another spot here. So as we take a quick second break, one of the things we also like to plug is we do have a live stream going on the Tate Field camera. If you want to check it out, go right to lmcbobcats.com. Just go to the multimedia tab and you can click on the Tate Field construction link to watch the action up there and see what they're doing each day and see the field slowly coming together. It should be ready by the end of the year, nice Christmas present for the Lees-McRae family will be that new field up there. So if you're not aware, yesterday it was announced that the United Soccer Coaches, the team academic awards throughout all divisions, and Lees-McRae women's soccer was one of them that was named. 3.0 or higher is what you need to get to achieve that academic honor, and they did. Just academic excellence is showcased by this women's soccer team, showing they're not only strong on the pitch, but they're also strong in the classroom. So a good little congratulations there for our women's soccer team. As the ball goes back, that's going to be, it's like number 3, Mallory Roughton. Slides, just gets the ball through there. That's number 5, that's Taylor Barreneau. Barreling down the side, good cross to the middle. Trying to look for Davenport and Smith. Smith had a couple shots in the first half, and that's going to go just outside. A good-looking shot again for Smith. Definitely showing that she is an upperclassman and she's ready to play. The junior from, I believe, Asheville, getting another good look at the goal. A couple subs getting ready to check in a few minutes. Looks like number 12, Lindsay Fletcher, and number 7, Rachel Crum, looking to enter the game. As we get ready to start here. So like I said, we want to just personally thank everyone that's listening now. This is the first ever time we've done a green and white series, scrimmage series on our YouTube channel here. Just giving you some live content with everything getting pushed to the spring. We wanted to provide some live action for you. And that's going to be a kick out of bounds. It's going to look like it's going to be number 31, Avery Andrews, going to go grab the ball and get it back into action. Both teams split up here as an inter-squad scrimmage, so these players are teammates every day of the week except for this Friday when they have to play against one another. Some sibling rivalry out here. Coach Morrill and Coach Barcel each picking their teams earlier in the week and then getting ready to play today. Nice play there by Hannah Davies. Way to tiptoe around the defender there and get a cross in. White looking to get something back on the board here, down trailing 1-0. As we look at a quick time here, there's only 30 minutes left in this, about 24 minutes to go in this second half, 30-minute periods rather. So that's going to be Lauren Paulson settling it in the back. And that's going to be number 25. We haven't said her name yet. Sam Smith gets a touch on the ball, and that's going to be number 3, Roughton, setting things up. And it's going to be Shapiro looking to cross here. She's got a teammate open. That's number 10, Samantha Reeve. But a good close down there by the white team. Cut that off. A nice header back there. Some back and forth play. Shapiro, she's got a girl running to the corner. Trying to set it up. On a good play there. That's Herndon. Said her name a couple times in the first half. Settling up there, getting the block. So you're going to go out of play here. So another quick thank you. I want to thank everyone that participated. Last week we had our first ever virtual 5K. Due to COVID restrictions, you had to take a picture or post a video of you running or jogging in place for that. About 22 minutes left in this second half. So we want to thank everyone that participated, who took time out of their busy Saturday to take part in the first ever virtual 5K. So we wanted to send a quick thank you there. So white team getting back set up here. Like I said, about 22 minutes left to play in the second half. Still a 1-0 score. The white team getting an unlucky bounce off a defender proved to be the difference so far. It's going to get the first sub into the game. That's going to be Lindsay Fletcher into the game. And I believe Rachel Crum also enters too. Coach Aaron Barcel getting a couple changes on this side. So still looking to play some players here. The other thing we wanted to plug quick is our podcast. If you haven't checked out the Inside the Den podcast yet, just go to Lees-McRae website. The podcast is Director of Cycling Tim Hall. He sits down with staff members and student athletes every week or so for the sole purpose of just keeping the Bobcat fans in the know and telling some stories that we can't tell on social media. All you have to do is just find it on our website. Go to lmcbobcats.com and scroll all the way to the bottom. You'll see the podcast link in the corner, as well as you can go to SoundCloud. Just type Lees-McRae Athletics. So as we get back to the action here, the green team looking to settle from the back. Like I said, still a 1-0 score, about 20 minutes left in this second half. We're only playing 2 30-minute periods here. So if you're just tuning in, this is the first green and white scrimmage down on the practice field. Tate Field, usually as the home, is being converted to the artificial turf, so definitely check that out once the fall or once the spring rolls around. After the first of the year, the construction should be done, and you can go out there and check out what the new playing surface is going to be like for Lees-McRae. So I was looking for Smith there on the, as we look at going the other way. Smith almost had a touch that got tipped away, but it looks like a battle at the other end. Some quick pace, and that's Cameron Beelan again playing well at the back half, stripping the ball away from the white team looking to set up. So the ball goes back into the corner. Looks like Davenport's getting a run on it. Gets out of play, so that's going to be a little bit of a stoppage here. So far, so good for this first look at the 2020 women's soccer team. Like we said kind of in the opening, there is a wealth of returning players that are coming back for their senior, junior, sophomore years respectively. But there's also 12 newcomers that are going to see their first action come time for the spring. So this will be a good bonding experience for all the players, getting a feel of what action's like. And it looks like another shot that comes in goes into the net. That's another misplay by the team in white, and that's going to go in. So it's going to be 2-0. Another quick own goal, just a misplay on the side. Defense having a couple issues back there, clearing the ball out. So we're going to go back to the center circle now. It's going to be 2-0 green after 2 onside kicks. Unfortunate for both of them. It looks like Disney's going to return. Haley Disney returns. Make sure I say her name right. Another comment was saying that I had her name said wrong. I just want to confirm it's Hallie. Get her name right by the time the season starts as well. Played well in that first half. Disney played very well. As she returns to one net, Hope returns to the other net. So like I said, the goalies taking their time going back and forth, switching teams respectively, as there's 3 goalies, only 2 teams, so each one wanted to get about 20 minutes of action in this game. So the ball is going to go out to the side. So it's going to be out of play. It's going to be Shapiro going down and grabbing the ball from, looks like, the parking lot. We have a nice hill on that far side where the ball likes to trickle down. And I think right there is what happened as she went to go down and grab it. So now the ball's going to be re-put into the field. It's going to be back and forth, some little action there. And it's going to go back to the white. It's going to be, looks like Montenegro making a run on the far side. This goes a little bit out of play. So one of the overarching stories we wanted to keep bringing up for today's contest, Lindsey Bowden, who you usually see in the green and white on our pitch, is currently recovering from a serious accident that happened last week. So we asked the community and everyone watching at home to keep Lindsey and her family in your thoughts and prayers as we together stay Bowden strong. You heard Craig talk about it at the halftime, just about what she is as a student athlete, who she is as a person, how she's fighting every day to recover from this accident. So we just want to continue to remain Bowden strong. So now it's going to be White throwing the ball in on the far side. Like we said, a lot of back and forth play, but it looks like an inadvertent handball on that side is going to cause a free kick to start. So like we said, 2 inadvertent defensive mishaps cause a 2-0 score. 2-0 for green. 2 very good-looking shots. I should add that both look like they could have went in without the deflection, but the deflection obviously caused them to go away from the goalie. So it's going to be Shapiro setting up on the far side as she sends it across frame. It's going to look like it's going to be Beelan setting it up. She's got Paulson outside. That's going to be Dean setting up in the middle. It's going to be number 10. We haven't said her name a lot. That's Reeve. Samantha Reeve setting it in play. It's going to be Crum setting it up for Smith. Oh, a nice play there. That was, looks like, is that number 6, Maddie Klein, clearing it away. Okay, so that's going to be number 10. That's going to be Reeves setting it up. Back to Dean, and one touches it. Oh, a nice little spin move there. Almost got past the defender. That was a good job by number 24, that's Stamler, holding her defensive posture and not falling for that little spin. So the ball is going to go up to the center line. That's going to be Shapiro. Back to Dean. Dean, a good play. May have been a push in the back, but we're going to keep playing here. As number 12, that's going to be on the side. That's Fletcher getting good pace. She slips but maintains her composure, sends outside Paulson. Oh, one touch goes right by the defender, slips, but it's going to go out of play. It looks like some disagreement between who went out. I don't know if we have virtual replay out here today. That I think is coming for the men's soccer game in a couple weeks. That's why we need that Bobcat Club. If you want to donate and you want to, donate and help us get this virtual technology, we'll make sure that one, if that was out of bounds or not. I think Hope Sanborn's going to kick it out, so it must be that was a goal kick. We have a beautiful setting here, as Craig kind of alluded to in a halftime frame. This is a beautiful backdrop behind this field, looking right at what would be Grandfather Mountain, but with the clouds the way they are, you can't really see as far past there, but a gorgeous setting for anyone. And like you said, one of the best in Division II. So it looks like the white team's going to get ready to play it out. Number 13, Jen Porsche, sends it back to the middle. As we check the time here, we're slowly ticking away in the second half. The green team holding a 2-0 lead. About 14 minutes left to play, about the halfway point of the second frame. That's a nice shot there. Looked like it was either Dean or Crum. I believe that was Dean sending the shot right into Sanborn's hands. Has a nice feel to this game so far. Being the first live action of the fall makes it feel like we are back in the pre-COVID times before everything got shut down and we were playing on Friday nights. It's a great experience for these girls to come out here and play. A nice move there by Montenegro. A nice slide tackle. Trying to see what number that is that slid in there. Cameron Beelan clearing it out. Looks like number 29, Loopkaman, sliding in there. The senior defender from Boone, showing why she is a senior leader on this team, making a nice play. A couple subs coming in. That's going to be number 3, Mallory Roughton. Number 5, Taylor Barreneau. Seeing some action here in the late stages. So now, as both squads are all set up here, ball's going to come into the middle. It's going to be the white team setting up here. Good ball through. Number 31, Andrews, almost had a look at that. That's going to be Roughton sending it to the middle. So the white team controlling it here. Still trailing 2-0. Trying to get a quick little burst here. About a little less than 15 minutes left to play in this contest. Typically, you usually play 45-minute halves, but unfortunately, due to time constraints and wanting to get this game in, we're going to do 2 30-minute, do sort of a modified, shortened time here. But still giving you terrific action here on the Lees-McRae YouTube channel. As we're going to take a quick break here. Looks like they're just getting set up on the side. The white team looking to counter here. Trying to get one past the goaltender. It looks like Leonetti is back into the goal for the team in green. The freshman from Pembroke Pines, Florida, returns in net. And that's going to be Green setting it out. That's Dean with a nice pass up front. Good pace there. That's Barreneau. And it's going to go Davenport and Roughton playing in the middle. Green trying to add one more to seal this victory for the green side, looking to go 3-0. And the ball goes in the middle. It's going to be Looks like Montenegro playing it across. That's 24. That's Stamler. Stamler passes it across frame. White looking to set up something here. They're getting pace here. They're getting players in position to make an attack. That's Davies. Nice touchback. She rips a shot right into the goalie's hands. A good-looking shot there from the freshman from Fleet, Hampshire, England, coming from overseas, playing her first action in Lees-McRae green and gold and white. So the ball is going to go out of play. That was a good touch there by Paulson. Just couldn't control it as well as she'd like. It's going to go out of play. We still have a little over 10 minutes to play here. We're going to run through a couple more things. Like we said in the opening, this team is very upperclassmen rich, but they have 12 incoming freshmen. They're going to see all different time in the fall semester. With everything getting moved to the spring 2021, one of the things we wanted to do, because we felt that Bobcat Nation was feeling sad but not seeing live action on our digital network each and every week, we decided to bring you some live coverage via it in a modified sort of segment on the side here. The ball is going to go through. It's going to find Beelan, who's going to clear it through. So like we said, we just wanted to give you some live action here each and every Friday. So if you tune in every Friday about 3:30, 4 o'clock, you'll see some action, whether it's nice shot there. Looks like Davenport getting a rip, just goes to the left of goal. So like we said, we have a couple teams that are going to be playing this fall. Women's soccer, I believe they have one more scrimmage in another couple weeks. We have a couple men's soccer, a couple women's volleyball. We're going inside Williams Gymnasium for the first time this fall. And a softball double-header quasi thing next Friday, down on the softball field. You can tune in next Friday at 4 o'clock to watch them play, to see what new head coach Kendall Fuller has for our favorite softball team has in store here as they look to continue their excellent streak in the conference. So looks like some play across here. It's gonna be number 10 Fletcher getting in the action. It's gonna be a play out to the side. That's gonna be number 17. That's Katie Lysat. It's gonna be Shapiro taking in the back to get some pressure. So it's going to be back and forth play. The white team clearing it out. Good defense there by the white team. Sending it back the other way. It's going to be a nice ball through, but it's going to end up right in the goalie's hands. A nice little run there, trying to get Montenegro on a sprint going towards goal, but just failed to connect on that and find the feet of Montenegro, who's had a couple good looks at the goal so far today. Looking to still get that first goal in for the white team. 2-0 the score here as we look at the time. We have just about 8 minutes left to go in this game as we get down towards the end. Number 2 is going to re-enter. That is Smith re-entering. It looks like Davenport's going to take a quick breather. So far, so good for both teams. We have a lot of promise on this squad. Those 12 incoming really showing their promise so far. A couple good goalkeepers that we're going to see a nice little goalkeeper competition. You usually talk about quarterback competition. We got some goaltender competition between Disney, Sanborn, and Leonetti that we're going to have to see who is between the pipes come the spring. So looks like that's going to be Davies setting it up in the back. Good-looking midfielder from England getting some time here. So, let's see. Number 17 gets in the backfield, sends it up. So, white team looking to counter one more time, looking to try and get one back here. Good pace. That's Avery Andrews getting a nice run. Sends it to the middle. And that's going to be, looks like an offsides. Montenegro looking, she was just a few inches past the final defender. That's going to go, it's going to be a free kick for green as the clock continues to run. About 6 minutes left to play. In this second half. Good action so far. If you missed the first half, there was misplay on the attack that just happened to go sideways. It proved to be the first goal. And then in the second half, a similar sort of event. It was just a mistiming by the defender. Extended the lead to 2-0. As the green team looks to get things set up. A nice pass that goes a little astray. Stamler sending it up. That's number 13. That's Porsche. Looking to feed the ball inside. It's Montenegro back to number 30. That's Horyup. Looking to set up. Quick pass on the side. 23. That's Madison Sokowitz. As that goes out of play. So the white team going to get things set up. Looks like we may have a few subs. They're kind of warming up down here in the near ground. May get 1 or 2 subs before the end of the time as the ball goes down. So we're going to take a quick break from the action and let you know a couple other things that are currently going on for Lees-McRae Bobcats. As we talked about the renovation of Tate Field, we mentioned it multiple times. We just want to bring it up one more time for those of you who haven't seen the recent announcement that's going to be turned to an artificial playing surface. You can also go and become a member of the Bobcat Club. Simply go to lmcbobcats.com, go to support tab to become a member of the Bobcat Club. All proceeds and donations go to enrich the student-athlete experience and help out our sports teams. So if you'd like to become a Bobcat Club member, go right there and find out all the information, lmcbobcats.com. So you're going to get a nice play there. Good pass across goal. Smith looks like she has a couple defenders circle right in on her. Good defensive play there, and that's going to be Roughton with a good-looking shot there. It goes right into the hands of Sanborn. It looks like Davenport's getting ready to check in on the near side. Good job there by Hope Sanborn clearing it out. So we'll see what happens here. Last couple minutes here. Roughton sending it through. Smith looking to get a good look at this good-looking run here. About 4:30 left. Good cross in. Had the makings of a good-looking shot, but Sanborn stepped in to stop that. Looks like the rain's starting a little bit here. Been really good. It's been raining all day here in Banner Elk, but happened to hold off as soon as we got ready to start today's contest. As you are well aware, Lees-McRae is part of the Conference Carolinas. So if you want to check out anything going on with some of our sister schools in the conference, all you have to do is go to conferencecarolinas.com to see what's going on in the conference and see all the news and updates with that. So as we get towards the end here, the white team making one final push. Nice cross there that found the feet of number 13, Jen Porsche, but it went out of play. So it looks like it's going to be White getting another throw in. And the sub finally comes in. We announced it a couple minutes ago, but she now is taking the field. So it's going to be Davenport coming on in these closing minutes. Very good start for this women's soccer team. We saw a lot of promise out here. Some good defensive play back and forth for both teams. Neither team really getting much of an advantage. A couple missed kicks proved to be the difference as there's a 2-0 score. But overall, a good performance by everyone out here, showing your fans back home what this team is going to look like come 2021 when they start playing their actual competitions. We're not sure the official start date yet, but as soon as we know, we'll let all of our fans know when that first game will come, as all the fall championships got moved to the spring. So now we have a couple fall green and white scrimmages to give you some live action. And it looks like a breakaway here. That looks like number 5 Baranu, but a good save there by Sanborn and good sportsmanship there as she helps her teammate get back up. A good looking breakaway. That was the freshman forward from Iron Station and getting a good look at the goal there. She had a nice breakaway, but Hope, proving her prowess, has stopped that. So now a quick look there. That's Roughton looking to cross back. Another good defensive stop. Baranu, good shot, but save. That's Hope again. She has a couple saves so far today. Just a good performance in net by the upperclassmen. As now Shapiro's going to start the ball back. And there's Andrews getting a look on the side as the coach has to get out of quick. She almost got in the action there. And there's going to be Smith sending. She's got a person open in the middle, but she plays it off the defender. as we got about just over a minute and a half left to play in this contest. We'll take a quick break. It looks like we have an injury out in the middle. So we'll be back in a quick second as we have a break here as we see what's going on. So one of the things we also wanted to quickly touch on is the Inside the Den podcast that you can check out by going to lmcbobcats.com or by simply going to SoundCloud and typing in Lees-McRae Athletics. We'll take a quick break as we see what's going on. I believe they stopped the time. We have about a minute and a half left once we get playing. Okay, so that's great news. It looks like the injured player is up walking now. We were focused on the play in the near ground. It looks like we had a player in white go down. I think can't really tell who it is on the far side there, but we're very glad that she is up and walking around. We're glad that she is able to stand and walk off at her own power. Wish her the best to see what happens with that. So now the white team looking to play back in there. That's going to be Herndon setting it up. Looks to get to Shapiro, sends it across. It's Herndon playing it back in. Like I said, about a minute left to play as White looking to capitalize on this final push. That's Davies. Oh, nice cutback move there. A good-looking shot goes right in the net. Davies with a nice cutback move and a nice shot right there. Good play by the freshman. That's from Fleet, Hampshire, England. A good-looking shot there from the freshman. So now we're gonna get. Not quite sure. I didn't happen to stop my clock right when the time stopped. So there's a little less than a minute left in this contest, and now it is a. Looks like Green setting it up. So now it's a 2-1 score in this contest, with White getting all 3 goals, a couple of them coming to an own goal, but a nice shot there by Davies to trim the tide. Herndon looking to come back, and a looking shot just over the net. That was a good-looking play there by Herndon, taking it one-timer from just outside the 18-yard box and went right over and found the trees behind. So let's see if Green can counter one last time and put the final nail in the coffin of this first green and white scrimmage. The reason why we're doing these green and white scrimmages, as the recent announcement with everything getting pushed to the spring, we wanted to give you a few little contests, and that's looks like that's it. The final whistle has sounded. A very good start to this 2020-21 season for women's soccer. Some great pace out there between the squads, as now they have to come back together and practice as a team once again. A good little break here, some good action on this pitch. So just to recap kind of what went on, it was a 2-1 final score here on the practice fields. 2 early unconventional own goals to put the green team up 2-1, but then Hannah Davies with a one-timer late in the second half to trim the deficit to 2-1. Had a couple looks at the end. Herndon with a great shot that went just over the bar. So the final score from your first ever green and white scrimmage is 2-1. Some quick little thank yous. Thank you for everyone at home that tuned in and watched this first ever green and white scrimmage and had to hear my voice for the full hour. So I appreciate that. If you made it all the way through, you should deserve some sort of an award for listening to me the entire time. But the one prize is you got to watch the entire first green and white scrimmages. So quick thank you to that. Quick thank you to Travis Stanley, who's on camera. He's our visual media coordinator. He was the man behind the scenes making this all possible. And Craig McPhail, our vice president for athletics and club sports, that we like to call our fearless leader, giving us the opportunity to come on the airways today and to bring you some live coverage. So as we close, we just want to say thank you again, and we hope to see you next Friday for the softball doubleheader at 4 o'clock. You can tune in right here on LMC Bobcats YouTube channel, or find the links on lmcbobcats.com. So thank you again. This is Pat.